Okay, it is 5 o'clock Mountain Time here in Utah, and it is my privilege and honor to do this week's training. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan Anderson, and I get the privilege of working on the corporate side and partnering with you guys as you set goals and big dreams. And yes, those are two different things as we go out and build a legacy together. So it is indeed my privilege and my honor to be with you guys. I know we've got some people calling in. I know it's some late nights around the world in the UK, and our Aussie friends are just waking up. But want to thank for those of you who are joining us live. Thank you for being with us. And those of you who are joining us for the very first time, thank you for joining us again, or for the first time. So here at the M Network, it is very important to us that it's not just about selling products. It's not just about compensation plans. It's not about hype or smoke or mirrors. For us here at the M Network, it is very important that each of you understand that we want to help you be better in all aspects of your life, not just health or wealth, but well-being, mentally, spiritually. There's all aspects of your life that we want to make sure that we're contributing and helping you be better. Our focus is that whether you're with us 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 100 years, no matter how long you're with us, we want you to always feel like you got more out of the M Network than what you put into it. So each and every week, we're committed to doing a training. Hopefully it is by somebody that is a lot better looking than me and somebody that has a lot more experience than me. But we're going to be training on skill sets and things that are going to help you not just in your business, but in your daily life as well. And so we hope and pray that you take the things that we're talking about on these calls and not only learn them, but you actually apply them in your life as well, because those are important things as we are building a legacy together. So again, it is my privilege and honor to be with you guys, and these trainings are going to happen every Tuesday night. So not only would I encourage you guys to be on these trainings, but also for you guys to focus on helping get your team members, your potential customers and members on these calls as well. Because again, we're not just talking about skill set training that is going to help in your M business, but we're going to be talking about skill set training that helps in all aspects of your business. So let's go ahead and get started if we may. So again, when we start talking about skill set training, a lot of times I like to refer to skills as keys that unlock your potential, keys that help you reach the potential. We believe here at the M Network that each and every one of you was born with the skills and desire to become great. And we just need a place to plant those skills in order to be successful. John Maxwell talks about skills in a way that most people focus on their weaknesses. And they're always trying to get their weaknesses stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, but they oftentimes neglect their strengths. And he says that if you focus on your strengths, you'll become better and stronger and greater faster than if you focus on your weaknesses trying to make them strengths. So if you think about that from one perspective, one of the things that we talk about here at the M Network as well is we want to meet you where you're at. We want to help you grow. We want to help you foster those seeds of greatness into the potential that you were born for. And so we are going to talk about these skills and set trainings, but we're also going to cater it to what are your strengths? What are your passions? What are your goals? What are your dreams? Because that's what's going to help you excel and meet your full potential a lot faster. Now, there's two things that that you think about. Simple and easy are not the same thing. Think about that for 1 second. Simple and easy are not the same thing. There's a easy way and there's a simple way, but those two things don't align. And the very first time I heard that quote, I was like, no, it's simple or it's easy. It's the same thing, right? But it's not. Things become simple when we understand what our skill sets are and understanding that. Jim Rohn always says that when the why becomes strong enough, the how becomes easy. And you're probably watching this webinar either live or the recording, or you're listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, just tell me what to do and I'll go out and do it. But the reality is that you won't go out and do it until you understand why you're doing it. And that's where we're going to get into talking about tonight. Things become simple in the approach. It's not easy. It's still work. You're still going to have to get out of your comfort zone, which we're going to talk about tonight. You're still going to have to advance. You're still going to have to grow. You're still going to have to do those things. It's not going to be easy, but it becomes a lot more simple when you understand why you're doing. So what's your why? When you know why you do what you do, even the toughest days become easy. And that's one of the things that I found throughout my career. Now, remember, I'm 102 years old. The Choreo works fantastic. Last night on the corporate, we do a doctor's call every Monday night. So if you guys are missing that, make sure that you get on that product training call. But throughout my career, I've seen so many people with so much talent that they could conquer the world, but yet they quit or give up because of those toughest days. And why? It's because they don't understand why they're doing it. Again, when the why becomes strong enough, the how becomes easy. So when you know why you're going to do what you do, even the toughest days become a lot easier. So what's your why? And this is where I would like to challenge each and every one of you. I'm going to give you 2 homework assignments tonight. I want to challenge each and every one of you to take a minute and sit down and write down your goals and in your dreams. See, I believe that the true success path is this. Dreams lead to goals. Goals lead to actions. Actions lead to results. Results lead to success. You can't skip any one of those steps or you'll never find success. So let's start out with the dream. The dream is the big picture, right? The dream is what I want to accomplish. I want to be debt-free. I want to live in a different neighborhood. I want to travel more. I want to give more to charitable needs. I want to help have a bigger impact on the world, right? Whatever that dream is the big picture, right? And I believe that if we do the M network correctly, your job isn't necessarily to have a dream. Your job will be dreaming bigger and better dreams because we're going to accomplish those goals and dreams, right? It's not just going to be that bucket list of one day before I die, I want to be debt free. With the M network, we want to help you accomplish those goals and dreams. So dreams lead to goals. Now, goals are both big goals and little goals that always align with the dream. If they don't align with the dream, then you're not going to get anywhere fast, right? So I just said the progression to success: dreams, goals, action, results, success. So dreams, goals. Goals have to align with the dream. So big goals is, if my goal is to be debt-free, then I've got to figure out a path in which I'm going to do that through the commission structure, through cutting down my expenses, through all of these things. That's the big goal. And then my daily goal is going to be, okay, if I'm going to use the M commission structure to become debt-free, and I've got to stop accruing debt, right? That's the big goal. So the little goal is every day I'm going to share a stick. I'm going to talk to one person every day about my business. I'm going to do these activities every day that's going to do this. So here's my daily goals, my little goals that are going to lead to my big goals, which is my weekly. Like I'm gonna get on the cruise ship. That's my big goal for the year. I'm gonna get on the cruise ship, because I can promise you, and I'll talk about this at the end, if you get on that boat, you will have built a residual income. Everything that we've done from a promotion standpoint and everything else has led to getting you on that boat will lead you to a residual income. So dream, goals, little goals, big goals. Now the activity, the action. Goals and dreams without action are empty hopes, right? They're empty dreams. They are frustrations, they're disappointment, they're stress, they're insecurity, right? When you have a dream and then you set goals and you don't put it into activity, it's frustrating. It puts you in a place of vulnerability. It helps you. Like, I call people that aren't living their goals and dreams every day walking zombies. They get up in the morning, they get dressed, hopefully they shower, brush their teeth. That's a given, depending on the day. And then they go to work, and then they come home, and then they go to work, and then they come home, and then they go to work, and they come home, work, 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 home, 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 work. It gets boring even just saying that, right? Like, they're just zombies going through the motions. And the reality is that unless you understand what your goals are that align with your dreams, and then you go out and put those into activities, you're going to get the same results. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, hoping for a different outcome. But if you do the same activities every day, you're going to get the same results. Life is a progression. You're either progressing or digressing. You can't stand still, or life will pass you by. So dreams lead to goals, big goals, little goals, and then the action. You have to make sure that you can do that. And it's so important when you're setting those little goals and big goals to put a date on them. Set a date on which you're going to do that. Every day I'm going to talk to this. By Saturday, I'm going to have placed these samples. By, within a week, I'm going to have somebody on a 3-way call. Within a week, I'm going to have somebody on a webinar. Within a week, I'm going to have a customer. Set a date and time and be specific with your goals and your dreams, with your activity. Then you go out and then you're going to see the results. You have to analyze the results, right? Because again, when we're talking about skill set, we're talking about the training, we're talking about all of these different things. When you have the right skill set and you have the right goals and the right dreams and the right activity, the results are going to be positive. Now, guess what? Life happens. There's a thing out there called reality. John Maxwell, in his book called Putting Your Dreams to the Test, talks about disappointment is the gap between people's dreams and the reality. That's the gap, is disappointment, right? Reality happens. So when we start monitoring or looking at our results and we're not getting the results that we want, guess what? We don't go back and change the dream, because you're worth it. I hope every one of you listening to this call understands that you're worth the dreams that you have in your heart, right? And then you take them from your heart and you put them on paper and they're goals. Guess what? When you don't get the results that you don't want, you don't go back and change the goals. You change the activity. And then you tweak the activity. And if you don't know what activity to change, get on these Tuesday night calls, talk to your upline, talk to the leaders in the in your upline in the company, talk to people at corporate, reach out to me and say, hey, here's the activity that I'm doing. I'm not getting the results that I want. How can I change the activity? Not the dream, not the goals, change the activity until we get the results that we want. See, that is the biggest mistake that everybody makes. I'm going to lose 30 pounds by April. That's my goal. That's my personal goal. I'm going to lose 30 pounds by April. Guess what? I haven't worked out yet this year. Guess what? I probably had one too many birthday cakes this year, right? So my dream of losing 30 pounds to run a marathon in April, May, yes, I'm going to run a marathon. Pray for me. And I'm going to lose 30 pounds before that, okay? So if I look at my dream, and here's the end result, I've got to set the goals. I've got to work out. I've got to do burn-in twice a day. I got to do trim twice a day, which will help get over the cravings of the birthday cakes, right? And then the daily activity has to align with my goals and my dream, right? I can't be eating birthday cake. I can't be sitting on the couch watching TV when I should be sampling somebody a stick or do this. Remember, there's no PV in TV, right? And so I'm doing all of these things, and then, and only then, will I get the results that I need, thus achieving success. So it's my hope and prayer, and that you guys tonight, don't delay. As soon as you watch this, within a 4-hour period, I want you to sit down and write out what your dream is, what's your why, and then write out what your goals are, and then assign activities to the goals every day. Here's my promise to you. I've seen it done. I know that formula works. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you want change in your life, if you want to achieve the desired result in which you were born for, that greatness that you were born for, you've got to do something different than what you're doing today. That is a fact. The only consistent in life is that you're either progressing or digressing. The reality is that you can't stand still or life will pass you by. That is your first homework assignment. Now, here's where the magic happens, right? Over here, you have this big, beautiful pipe dream and magic is happening. And then guess what? Your comfort zone is over here. And only a little sliver of your comfort zone overlaps where the magic happens. Because guess what? Your comfort zone is what you, over time, through habits and decisions and through life circumstances, has created what we call the comfort zone. And it's not comfortable getting out of the comfort zone, and that's why we call it the comfort zone. Some of us are in our situations because we do not stretch ourselves and get out of that comfort zone. It's just a reality. We've got to get out of our comfort zone to create the magic happening. And so when we get back to that goal, dreams, goals, action, results, success, that activity and those goals, make sure that you're setting goals that is going to get you out of your comfort zone, that's going to help you change. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Neil Donald Walsh. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And again, like all of you, right? I don't care what walk of life you come from, whether you're looking for more time, more money, more freedom, better health, better wealth, whatever. Everybody is always looking for something, always. And at the end of the day, we can achieve those things. We can have those things when we get out of our comfort zone. So here is your next assignment. Get a names list journal and get your first 200 names written down. 200 names, Ryan, I don't even know 200 people. Okay, guess what? We all know thousands of people. I think the average, I don't know how they know this, right? 99.9% of all statistics are made up on the spot. So I don't know how they know this. But I think the average is somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 personal contacts that we have. Now, M Network is not a company that's, hey, go out and if they got a credit card and they can fog a mirror, sign them up, get them in your business. That is not your end objective, right? Our end objective as a member of the M Network, as a partner of the M Network, as you know, as collectively as we are together, we're partners. Our objective is to take this person from where they're at to a better place. That's our only objective. It's not to sign them up as a customer. It's not to sign them up as a member. It is to simply connect them to what it is they're looking for. Now, I do believe that where we're at today here at the M Network, that regardless of what background that you're come from or what it is that you're looking for, I believe that we have that here at the M Network, right? But I'm also not naive enough to believe that M Network is for everybody. In fact, there's people that's been sitting in our office that I've personally told them the M Network is not for you, right? Because one, I wanted to protect the culture of the company, but two is I want what's best for them, right? I genuinely want what's best for people. And as an M member, we genuinely want what's best for other people in our life. So when you're sitting down, writing down these 200 names, I don't want you to write down names of individuals that is simply, hey, let's find somebody who I know will sign up in my business, or hey, who I know will buy a product from me. I want you to put some thought into these 200 names as to how can I help this individual be better, healthier, financially, time freedom, personal development, spiritually. What is it that I can help offer this individual? Because remember, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And this is a relationship business. And so often we forget that because we're so interested in capturing the sell or trying to enroll somebody. Less than 3% of all sales happen on the first contact. 80% of all sales happen between the 5th and the 12th contact. So when you're looking at this from that perspective, it's how can I take somebody on this list of 200 that I'm going to write down, because this is my homework assignment, and I write it down. How can I take this 200 people, this person, and take them to a path of positive context where if you've heard what I've heard and you've seen what I've seen, you're going to come to the same conclusion that I came to, and that's the M network is for them, because we're going to help them be better, right? So we're going to spend 30 minutes with a pen and paper and write down your goals and dreams for your M business and be as specific as possible as to what you want, when you want it, and why you want it. And then you're going to take that portion, the 200 names is going to be part of your goals and activity, right? You got your dream. And we're going to take that 30 minutes and we're going to write down with pen and paper your goals and dreams for your M business. And then I don't want you to put it in a binder. I don't want you to put it underneath your pillow. I don't want you to put it in a dream box and bury it in the ground and pray that it's going to come, the secret, right? I do believe in the secret, but the secret, right? You're going to put this somewhere where you can read it multiple times a day. You know, I'm trying to think, Bob, I can see his face. Part of The Secret, he actually helped write The Secret. I can't remember his last name. White hair, glasses. He always talks about writing down on a 3x5 note card your goals and dreams and always having that with you, which I think is a really good idea. But for some of us, and somebody's going to comment here and tell me here, let's see, somebody's comment and tell me the name. I know it. I know we've got some Proctor. Yes, Danielle, you're awesome. Bob Proctor. Thank you. You just saved me. Bob Proctor says, put it on a 3x5 card and carry it with you always as a reminder so that you're constantly referring to it. Now, I'm a guy. I hate things in my pockets, so that doesn't work for me. But if you go into my house, in my bathroom, which I visit at least twice a day because I got to brush my teeth, right? And I got to shower at least once a day. But in my bathroom, yes, I do shower, Danielle. I have a 3x5 card with my goals, and they're specific and there's dates on them. And I can go through my cards. I save them after I accomplish the goals and the dreams. I save them. And it's so cool to go back and look at some of those things that have happened in my life because I followed exactly what I'm talking about. And, you know, the M network is a big part of that. You know, I can't say that 3 or 5 years ago, I dreamed of starting a direct sales or network marketing company and doing this. It was kind of an evolution over time as to what happened, but it was my goals and my dreams that led me to this point, because I truly believe that as if we can create a strong enough purpose and desire as a collective group of individuals that have the right intentions and the big enough goals and the big enough dreams, that we can change the world, that we can go out and make an impact on not just our lives and the lives of our circle of influence, but we can truly change the world, and that we can build a legacy that will be here 30, 40, 50 years from now. And that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what fires me up. But that's mine, right? That's my goal. That's my dream. That's where I want to be in the driver's seat. I want to have a front row seat to be able to see that happen. Your goals and your dreams has to align with where you're at in your life right now. But I can promise you this. I can promise you that you can't change what's going on around you until you start changing what's going on within you. And that is a true statement. If you want to change your circumstances, look in the mirror, right? Look in the mirror. You can't change what's going on around you until you start changing what's going on within you. And once you do that, and once you see that change, there's no going back, right? Danielle commented on here a little while ago and helped me out with Bob Proctor. If you look at her weight loss journey, and I hope you don't mind me talking about this, Danielle, once you lose a little bit of weight, and she's lost a lot of weight. She didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but she lost a lot of weight, and you look fantastic, by the way, Danielle. Congratulations. But when you lose a little bit of weight, it's so much easier to lose more and more and more and more. And that's the same thing with success and changing your circumstances. When you see that little bit of a bright hope of change, positive change, desired change, inspired change in your life, that's when you start to see that it gets easier and simpler. And that process gets better and better and better and better. And then pretty soon you've outgrown that goal and that dream, and you got to replace it with a bigger goal and a bigger dream. And then you've got to replace that one and that one and that one and that one. And guess what? You can't change and be positive and have all of those positive things happen in your life without influencing people in your life. I've said this a million times. You can't stop and fill somebody else's cup until yours is full. It's not selfish to write down your goals and your dreams and to put them into action, to get the results that you deserve, to get the success that you were born for. It's not selfish. In fact, it's selfish if you live in that little bubble that we call a comfort zone and don't get out of it. That's what's selfish. That's what's selfish, because you were born with the seeds of greatness. You were born to change other people's lives, and you can't do that until you start with your own. So I'm going to hop off of my soapbox really quickly, and I'm just going to throw this out. Speaking of change, speaking of all of those things, the M Network convention is going to be at the M Resort November. I was seeing January on the screen. November 1st through the 3rd. I think you guys are like, is he having a stroke? November 1st through the 3rd this year. It is going to be amazing. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be inspirational. You're going to walk out of that not just fired up and inspired, but with the skill set that you need to take your life and your M Network career to the next level. I guarantee it. And so we're so excited. We have special pricing. It's $99.95. January, February only. After February 28th, for all existing members, it will be $149.95. All new members that join within that month, they get it for the $99.95. So this pricing is exclusive for our current members only through February 28th. We do have a 10-pack option, which if you want to get a group of you together, I know Kayla was talking that there's like 20 or 30 on our team that's coming together. If you guys want to pool and get everybody there, you can get it down for $74, $75, a 10-pack, $749.95, 300 PV. We always pay commissionable volume. If you haven't got your commission or your convention ticket yet, please go out and do that, because I guarantee you that the convention will be a pivotal point, not only in our company's history. And sometimes like they want to put a muzzle on me because of some of the things that we're going to be rolling out at convention. I just want to scream it from the mountaintops today, right? I'm so excited talk about goals and dreams and action. It's awesome. You're going to love it. But make sure that you're there, because I promise you it'll be a pivotal point in the company's history, but it'll be a pivotal point in your life that you'll always reflect back on. And speaking of memories, our incentive trip this last year to Cabo San Lucas was one of the best trips that I've ever taken with the company. And I've been to Fiji, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, all over Europe. I've been to Bermuda, right? But last year at Cabo was really pivotal point in my life, not because of the destination, but because of who I was with. And the memories that I made there on that trip will live with me forever. I met people that I consider brothers and sisters on that trip and getting to know them. I'm so excited that in August, we're going on a cruise ship, and there's an announcement. I'm not sure if Dave's watching this, but I think it's coming out soon, like this week, hopefully. You're gonna need a swimming suit. You're gonna need a passport, but I want each and every one of you on that ship. Why? Because if you're on the ship, you've built a residual income, you've changed somebody else's life, starting with your own. That is so important. Get on the boat and then get everybody that you know on that boat with you, because when that boat sets sail in August, we are going to make memories, and I cannot wait for that.